The government expects 5 million people to retire in the next 5 years and says that superannuation funds will be given access to provide financial advice for those transitioning to retirement. This last demonstration video will focus on how both advisors and superannuation funds can meet this demand with simple, low-cost advice. The clients are aged 60 and plan to retire in 5 years. The fact find has been completed. This is their net worth. The advisor will use the information in the section about me and my family to create the plan. You may wonder why you should complete the plan objectives and main strategy when similar information but more detailed information is provided in the advice record. The reason is this information is available in the 3 additional interactive reports which do not include the advice recorded in the SOA panels. Peter is a public servant whose superannuation contribution is higher than the superannuation guarantee levy. On the salary page there is a provision to change the contribution rate to 15.6%. The clients have indicated they want to use $1,500 a month to repay debt. This will be applied to the home loan first. The loan will be repaid in year 3, leaving $15,000 that can be allocated to the investment property loan. The investment property loan will be repaid in year 5 by making additional payments of $1,250 in year 3 and thereafter $1,500 a month. It is important to finalise your additional loan payments before you complete the investment plan, because the allocation to investments and superannuation are a percentage of the salary savings after loans have been accounted for. Sue has indicated she would like to make after-tax contributions to her superannuation using 20% of salary savings after loans. By having completed the loans first, you can immediately see how much will be allocated each year. Do remember that if you decide to change the parameters of a loan, the value of the contributions will be adjusted automatically. This is the value of dynamic cash flow modelling. The advisor has recommended that 20% of the savings be allocated to the cash account and the remaining 60% to managed funds. Let's examine the process. Based on the information in the fact find that said they wanted to allocate $1,500 a month to additional loan payments and a further $1,500 a month to investments, the plan can now be developed. Next, the cost of loan payments net of rent are calculated. 20% of gross salary has been applied to savings from salary. In the first year, this is $46,000. The home loan and net asset loan costs are deducted, leaving $20,155 for investable funds. This has been allocated as 20% to cash, 60% to managed funds and 20% to Sue's after-tax contributions. Each of these values will be displayed in the specific accounts and in the transaction account from which the allocation is withdrawn. The home is sold at the end of year 4. A new home is purchased in year 5, leaving the excess funds to be distributed. In addition to Peter's $5,000 a year salary sacrifice, he makes a downsizer contribution of $300,000 in year 5. Sue is also eligible to make a downsizer contribution of $300,000 in year 5. This is a display of the features for the managed fund. The interest rate has been changed from the default rate. The dividends are reinvested for the savings phase and transferred to the transaction account at the start of retirement. The funds will be withdrawn over 25 years, as are all the other accounts. This means that at age 85 the clients will have funds in the transaction account and income from the investment property which could be sold if required. The cash account will reinvest interest for the first 5 years and then transfer the interest earned to the transaction account in year 6. Lastly, the superannuation funds will also be drawn down over 25 years. The clients have indicated they want a $50,000 overseas trip in the first year of retirement. The advisor has recommended that they save for this lifestyle expense over the next 5 years. The clients have also indicated they would like to purchase a mobile home costing $100,000 in the first year of retirement. The best way to accommodate this is to make a one-off withdrawal at the start of year 6. Note that if you use the one-off expense, the funds would be withdrawn at the end of the year and listed as an expense. The clients have not indicated how much they need as retirement income. The advisor has already decided they should draw down their assets over 25 years. What he does is a bit of trial and error to see how much they can afford without drawing down capital. $135,000 a year seems to be a good fit. This couple are not entitled to any pensions from external sources such as the age pension. Having completed the plan, the advisor now writes his advice using a selection of SOA panels. For this exercise, I have chosen to write an executive summary. I have renamed the second panel to What You Want for Lifestyle Needs, and lastly, The Consequences of My Advice. Over the course of the 3 demonstration videos, I have selected a range of SOA panels for you to see how easy it is to write simple, straightforward advice without all the legalese that has made giving compliant advice so complex and expensive. If the government follows through with the recommendations of the Quality of Advice Review, I will hope both financial advisors and superannuation funds will cater for the demographic who are currently not accommodated for. The advice record should be suitable for clients to read and understand. The government wants shorter and simpler statements of advice. Advice Online can provide a very efficient advice record. However, Advice Online also allows the advisor to provide clients with a great interactive experience with 3 additional automated reports. For those clients who want to take an even deeper dive into their finances, there are an additional 10 reports clients can view. Some of these reports are screen reports, and I want to show you 2 of them. The first is the cash flow summary. Usually this is a set of 10 years displayed at a time, but there are only 5 years in this short report. Note reports can be viewed in present or future value. These screen reports are also available for the advisor to review the plan. The first section displays the income. The second section displays expenditure. A similar style of report is the assets and liabilities report. The second section displays the liabilities, and finally the values of net assets. As you've been watching these 3 videos, you may have wondered how to navigate the software. It is quite simple. Anytime you are confused, simply click on the client's name and you will see the 3 sections directly below the client's name. To the right, you can remove the client from your list by clicking on the red Unlink button. Above that, you can select Clients, Admin if you have the role of Administrator, Help and Account. On the Account tab, you can edit your personal details and log out of the software. When you select Connect, you are in the client portal where the advisor and the client can communicate. In this example, the advisor has recommended that the client consider income protection insurance. The client is notified by email that the advisor has sent a message and logs into their account and selects the tab Connect, where the message is read, and the client replies that he would like advice on income protection insurance. Generally, in these low-cost, short advice episodes, insurance advice would be excluded. However, by raising the matter after the advice record has been delivered, this may be an opportunity to increase revenue by suggesting more advice for which the client would pay. Both the advisor and the client can access the fact find. Note that the client is encouraged to activate 2-factor authentication. It goes without saying all advisors should activate 2FA. In the Edit Plan, you can click on the section you want to access and the tab will open up with more options. Only the administrator can access and edit the information in the Admin tab, which is found at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Advice Online has a financial literacy program consisting of 23 short 2 to 3 minute video clips. That concludes our demonstration video. In the resources you will find a copy of each advice record and how to create an advice episode. The only fee charged is when the advisor generates an advice record.